Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. Hey, today it's raining in northern Thailand, and it's been raining all day. It's been miserable. We're in the heart of rainy season, and so this brings up a topic. Raining on your vacation in Thailand. I certainly don't want that to happen to you. And so what I have done, and this is actually from a request from one of the subscribers that lives in India. So thank you very much. I appreciate the request, and this is for you. And thank you, Mohammed, for the subscription and also your support. So to not have a rainy vacation in Thailand, so to speak, I've come up with the 11 things not to do in Thailand in 2024 on your vacation. Now, I come from the United States, and coming to Thailand for the first time, cultural differences, spiritual differences, public norms, all are very, very different. And I certainly have put my foot in my mouth many times, just not knowing. And even though my wife is Thai, she forgets that I don't remember everything. And, so I've had some mistakes that I've made in Thailand. So this video is for everyone that's coming to Thailand, and this is the 11 things not to do in Thailand in 2024. Number 1, sounds pretty simple, but don't misbehave in public. Sounds like common sense, right? However, Thai people are very, very respectful. There is the saving face, which is a big part of Thai culture. And if you're loud, obnoxious, in a restaurant or in public, or whatever the case is, you're gonna stand out like a sore thumb, and you're gonna get some eyebrows and some bad looks, and it just doesn't look good for you in Thailand. So behave yourself. Just understand this is a different culture. Thai culture is a culture of peace, respect, and saving face is a big thing. So just that's number 1, and that one I think is one to remember for sure. Number 2, I made this mistake. Don't point your finger or toes at people or objects. And I made this mistake, both finger and toes. I was pointing at a person and talking to my wife, and they didn't understand English. And lo and behold, they were offended, thinking I was talking down about them. That was the first time I did it. The second time, we were at our house being built. My house is behind me here. When it was under construction, the builder was here, and there was tile on the floor. We had samples and so on and so forth, and I was in bare feet at the time, and I used my toe to point at the toe or the tile that I liked the most. And again, I got the funny look. My wife gave me the look, and I understood, oh God, I forgot about that. So those are 2 times that I've done it already. So that's number 2. Just don't point at people with your finger, or certainly with your feet or your toes. Number 3 is kind of I was not sure to put this on the video, but here it just is what it is. I did a video recently about some things in Thailand. And number 3 is, generally speaking, Thai toilets are not designed for toilet paper to go down when you flush the toilet. You got to take the toilet paper and throw it in a bin that they have. If you've ever seen a toy toilet or a toy Thai toilet, they have what's called the butt blaster. It's the squirter, okay? And then that is used, and then toilet paper is just kind of to dab the water off. Kind of gross, but septic systems get backed up, and it's a big problem in Thailand. And if they know you're flushing lots of toilet paper down, it could just cause a lot of problems. So just don't do that. And that's number 3. God. Number 4, don't drink the water. I'm just going to say it. Now, we have a massive filtration system at my house, which I'll show you in another video. And I spent a lot of money on it, and it's very elaborate. And we have beautiful crystal clean water. We have a beautiful well that we use. And however, if you're in Bangkok or any of the major cities or out in the rural areas, and you're a foreigner and stomach's not used to the different bacteria that are here, which eventually you will. It takes about 6 months to a year, and then you get all kind of immune to it for the most part. But drink bottled water. It's just going to be a lot safer. Also, if you're brushing your teeth, it's okay to use tap water. If you're in a resort or a hotel or a friend's house, that's okay. Just don't be drinking it. Okay, and that was number 4. Number 5. And this goes for men and women. If you're going into a government office or you're going into temples, do not wear sexy, revealing clothes. That is highly disrespectful. And in a government office, you'll be asked to leave and change your clothes, and don't come back until you're very respectful to the office that you're coming into. Also with temples. When we first got back to Thailand, and my wife is Thai, she kind of just spaced it, and we walked into one of the temples, and she wasn't wearing anything super sexy, but the skirt was at the knee level, and that's unacceptable apparently in Thai culture in the temples. So ladies, just food for thought there. Gentlemen, wear a shirt with a collar, a polo at the very least, and no holes in your jeans or your shorts. Just a little tip there. So, and that is number 5. Also, number 6, obviously shopping in Thailand is a big thing when you're here on vacation. There's tremendous bargains and all sorts of amazing arts and crafts and beautiful decorations. Obviously Buddha and the statues of Buddha are beautiful. However, if you're going to buy a Buddha statue, you're going to need a permit to get it out of the country, and the merchant will have one for you. But don't forget to ask for it, because from my experience, it's not every time, but there are times where they get a little nasty at immigration as you're leaving the country. They'll either fine you or they'll confiscate it and won't let you take it out of the country. So don't want that to happen to you. And that's number 6. Number 7. So whether you're here on vacation or extended stay, or you're here permanently like I am, you're going to need a visa if you're a foreigner and not a Thai national. So those are not necessarily hard to get. There are a few hurdles you have to go through, of course. But one of the big things you need to be concerned about is overstaying your visa. Now, sounds like, well, why would you do that? Well, it happens. And Thailand's a very liberal country when it comes to foreigners coming here on vacation. They currently upped the stamp to 60 days in country. It used to be 30. So that's a huge plus. So don't overstay your visa. What can happen if you've overstayed your visa and you're caught by Thai immigration or Thai police and they see your stamp and you've overstayed? A couple things can happen. If it's not too long, a couple days, you're certainly going to get fined, and you're going to get fined about 500 baht per day, and that's about $15 a day. If you've really overstayed, they'll fine you, and then they'll kick you out of the country, and then they might even kick you out for a time frame. A year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, or permanently. So they take it very seriously. So don't mess around with that when it comes to your visa, whether you're here on vacation or you're here for short stay, long stay, education. Visas, just don't overstay it, okay? And that was number 7. Now, number 8. Now, this is an interesting topic, and that is, there's my notes. Wearing shoes in someone's house or place of business, for that matter. Thais do not allow people to wear shoes in their house. And typically what you do, like with my house, when you come over, we've got a place for you to put your shoes and come on in. If you're not used to walking on tile, or you got the tile's a little cold for your feet, there's house slippers that you wear. But the whole premise of it is, when you're outside walking around in the streets, and like I am right now on a muddy trail, so you can see it there, you don't want to just walk back in your house and tread all that dirt and all that into the house. And Thai floors, or any Asian home in general, the floors are just immaculate. It's just part of the culture. I really appreciate it. And the house stays a lot cleaner, and it's just more respectful. So what you'll need to do, some of the stores, like at the major malls, they're not going to ask you to do that. However, if it's a smaller independent store, look for the sign that says, please remove your shoes. Usually they've got a whole bunch of like little generic flip-flops for you to wear in the store that are, keep your feet off the floor, but they're clean and just stays in their culture, and obviously shows a lot of respect when you do that. Okay, so that is number 8. Number 9. Now I'm going to do a whole video on this because literally I could talk about this for several hours. That's how extensive this topic is. And that is driving in Thailand. Whew. Just very quickly, I'll give you a brief overview of my experience. When I first came to the country, flew in from the United States, was in Bangkok for a few days, flew from Bangkok to Chiang Mai. My wife and I had bought a vehicle when we were still back in the United States. We'd ordered it, flew into Chiang Mai. Dealer picked us up at the airport. They were amazing. Got the vehicle. Now I had got my international driver's license before I left the United States because I knew we were going to be buying the vehicle, and we'd certainly have, driving a lot when we first got here. So picked up the vehicle and I drove 7 hours through the northern Thai mountains on the opposite side of the road in a vehicle that had everything on the opposite side. Steering wheel's on the right. It was a catastrophe for me, and I'll do a whole video on that. But that being said, don't expect the same rules of the road and customs and courtesies that maybe your country might have when it comes to driving a vehicle. In Thailand, especially where I'm up in the northern part, there are laws, of course, for driving, but they're really more of a suggestion, and it can be hair-raising. Driving in Thailand is a proactive activity, and you have to be ready for anything at any time, whether it be dogs in the street. There's tons of street dogs in Thailand, chickens running across the road, cows, you name it. Motorbikes just coming out from side streets, just with no signal and no braking and not even looking to see if you're there. So safety is your responsibility in Thailand when it comes to driving a vehicle, okay? And I'm going to do a whole video on this. It's going to be fun. I've got some video already that I'm working on that I've taken driving in different situations that happen. I think it'll be hair-raising, entertaining, and fun to watch. So stay tuned for that one. That one's coming pretty soon. So number 9, don't expect the same safety and driving conditions maybe in your country, okay? And that is number 9. Let's see here. So number 10. Number 10 is kind of similar. It's general safety. What do I mean by that? Well, in the United States, where I come from, if you're walking down the street and there's sidewalks, generally speaking, the sidewalks are level. When you step off the sidewalk, they're about the same distance from the road, 12 inches or so, or whatever it is. It's pretty consistent. And one thing, when you're walking down a sidewalk in the United States, you don't really not have to pay attention looking at the sidewalk. It's level, and for the most part, it's in good condition. Well, in Thailand, that's a whole different story. Now, not to say that every city in Thailand has horrible sidewalks and are treacherous, but the fact of the matter is most of them are. And so it's your responsibility for your safety to watch where you're walking. Be careful. Sidewalks will have uneven concrete or a hole section missing with no tape or cones or anything like that to warn you of that. So safety is your responsibility in Thailand. And also, you know, when it comes to safety in Thailand, one thing you don't want to do is grab any wires that are hanging off on poles or on the sidewalks or the streets, because you'll see all sorts of wires and stuff hanging. Don't touch them. You just don't know. And unfortunately, it's just a part of being in Thailand, okay? So that's number 10. Let me go on to, oh, this is a good one. So number 11, and this is more up in the rural areas where I'm at, but you'll see it down in Bangkok and different cities too. In Bangkok, there's the national anthem. I mean, in Thailand in general, but it's also in Bangkok. Up here in the north, it's in the morning and it's in the evening. And one thing that Thais will do, and you'll notice, is when the national anthem is playing, they stop whatever they're doing and just show respect. I think it's 30 seconds, 45 seconds, whatever it is. And I didn't understand that in the beginning, because I just thought it was somebody else talking, because you hear it on the loudspeakers and all of that. So one thing to remember, what not to do when you hear the national anthem and you see people starting to stop and pay attention and kind of show respect, do the same thing, okay? Don't do what I do and just walk around and act like nothing's going on. You'll get the look for sure. Okay, let's see here. Number 12, this is a bonus. So this video is all about 11 things not to do in Thailand in 2024, which I've just shared with you. But the 12th is this. Thailand is a beautiful country, amazing people, beautiful culture, the food's fantastic. And Thai people in general are just some of the most warm, loving, patient, and understanding people that I have ever met in my life. And I have been all around the world. So it says a lot about Thailand, and I guess that's why I'm here. But keep that in mind, okay? I told you all the bad things, what not to do. It's really just common sense. I've done most of these already on the list and, you know, had to just deal with it. Not that it's going to be the end of the world for you, but it just shows respect and that you understand the culture a little bit better as a foreigner. And as a foreigner here in Thailand as a guest, because we all are in this country, we're a guest unless you're a citizen. Knowing just these little 11 things that I've talked about today will make your trip much more enjoyable. You'll feel more of a closeness to the culture, and the people will respect you and like you even more than someone that just doesn't understand. There's just a relationship, a kinship, if you will, just by knowing these 11 things. So as it's raining on me today in Thailand, I don't want your vacation to be rained on. So thanks for watching. And again, this is the 11 things not to do in Thailand in 2024. Thanks so much for subscribing and liking. The channel's only a few weeks old, getting a lot of subscribers and views and likes. Thank you so much. Love the comments, keep them coming. I listen and read all of the comments because I'm still a new YouTuber and I respect your opinion. I'm certainly not perfect, doing the best I can just to share my daily life with you and to help you out. Maybe Thailand's a place you want to be. Maybe you haven't thought about it yet. Maybe you're not at retirement or age, or you're getting close, or you know, maybe you're just thinking about maybe a change is good in your life and you'd like to relocate and try Southeast Asia. You know, this channel's for you. I want to help you explore Thailand, explore what it's like as an American expat living in Thailand. And again, thank you so much. The channel's passport to Thailand. This is the 11 things not to do in Thailand, so you don't have a rainy vacation in 2024. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you very soon on the next video. Take care, guys.